take a turn and come back, and then allow them all to get up together, and we can get going first time.
We all hope that's what's going to happen. We've got a clear favourite now. Blaklion at 9-1. Tactics, AP. What did you always do at this point at the start of the race?
The first few years I was a bit of a greenhorn, but as time went on, I learned to follow the jockeys with experience, the likes of Carl O'Wellyn. There'd be lads, if I was one of these young lads now, I'd be looking for where Ruby Walsh is. Let him kind of ride the first half of the race for you and take it from there. But you'll be lining up at the start, and there'll be horses you won't want to be anywhere near, and that's what they'll be doing at the moment. Sit
tight, everybody. Enjoy the ride. The 2017 Randox Health Grand National with Richard Hoyles.
And a false start, Several of them too keen, just trying to check who's gone furthest, another shuffle, but I think they're all pretty much okay. Just charging the tape, heard from the boys beforehand. Robbie Supple not happy, flags being raved, and no one's gone that far, to be honest. But it'll mean we're going to have a standing start. We can see who was responsible, but to be honest, it's the blue cap. Rudder Franck is pretty handy. Raz de Marie, they're just all going too fast. The Young Master, they're revved up amongst other horses. They want to race, they don't appreciate they have to wait. The ones that would have been trouble was Vicenti, who was a little bit behind the others. So they've all got to congregate and now form a line, and this will be hard, Mick.
It really will, Richard, because he'll be trying to get the whole lot of them spread across the track in a reasonable line. He won't be able to wait for anybody this time. I think he'll be hoping he can get them on the go in one go.
So they are all bar one, the right side now of the starting tape. Raz de Marie's the one, he's going to break line, and full start number 2. Raz de Marie and the Young Master this time. Safi de Reur made a token attempt at following them. Raz de Marie's gone about 50 yards, they're going to go round in a circle, but Raz de Marie is really lit up, and this is the problem. As Mick was explaining, they're going to try and get into a line, and Mick and I could be chatting to each other for a little while here. Just away from the stands, the idea of moving the start slightly away from the stands just to make it quiet, but they're still pretty revved up once they're amongst horses. So Raz de Marie and the Young Master are still coming back towards the others. Lord Windermere has gotten a right muck sweat. Vicenti is the one that's been behind the others on both the attempted starts, but so instructions being given. Just a Par's out the back, Dr. Harper's out the back. These two will come and filter in. Stay where you are, you can hear. Hear the starter. They're in a pretty good line. That's it, they're off and racing. So finally away for the Randox Health Grand National at the 3rd time of asking. Amongst those prominent, another shuffle as they head down towards the first. Rudder Franck is another one who's racing handily, and Raz de Marie, who of course was very fractious in the preliminaries as they head down on this line of 6 fences. They'll culminate in Beecher's Brook. Stellar Notion is another one who's handy early on in company with Highland Lodge. Leave the ground for the first time.
Rising then for the first of 30 occasions, and we have fullers on the outside. Vicenti has been brought down at fence number 1. There is another fuller on the outside, and that was Cocktails at Dawn. They go over fence number 2, and it's Highland Lodge who led them over it to Stellar Notion, and then double shuffle towards the outside. Right there on the inside is Rudder Franck as they come now towards the big open ditch. Rudder Franck stands a long way off that double shuffle towards the outside. More of that, hit that quite hard, and there was also a mistake at the back of the field by the horse who's currently last, Just a Par, as they clear the 4th.
As they do so, Rudder Franck is just about in front. Shows over it now to the Young Master in 2nd place, Thunder and Roses and Highland Lodge and Stellar Notion. Chantou Fly, Measure of My Dreams, Good to Know, St. Arvier, Leon Rouge are just in behind those. Double Shuffle and Perfect Candidate towards the outside from Safia de Reur as they run on now down towards Beecher's Brook for the first time. And as they do so, Rudder Franck off towards the right. Red headgear, a blue cap leading up the last Samurai is in company with him. Definitely Red St. R. Highland Lodge just in behind him from Double Shuffle as they jump over Beecher's Brook, and the Young Master has gone. The Young Master was a faller there. We've lost another one behind him as well as they head now down on towards the Foynaven fence. Rudder Franck is just about in front. Raz de Marie fell at Beecher's. The Last Samurai, Rogue Angel, Thunder and Roses from Highland Lodge and Double Shuffle and Stellar Notion and Good to Know and St. R and Uccello Conti behind these from Blaklion as they jump now the canal turn. It's just Rudder Franck in the blue cap showing in front from Rogue Angel. The tail enders getting over it now, just to pass the back marker. Bishop's Road, Lord Windermere are well behind. Definitely Red has been pulled up as the leaders take Valentine's.
As they go over Valentine's, all the leaders jump that one safely. They move on now towards the next plain fence at the back of the field. Bishop's Road was very slow over that. So on the inside it is Rogue Angel who's got the lead. Thunder and Roses has gone towards the back of the field as they go over that plain fence and now set their sights another open ditch. So it is on the inside Rogue Angel who has the advantage over Roi de France, who's racing in second. Highland Lodge jumped that one in third. Then the Last Samurai towards the inside. A mistake by Blaklion, who pecked quite badly on landing over that fence. And Safia de Reur has gone at the rear of the field. So they come now towards the next. This is the final fence on this section of the course. And with the red headgear, it was Roi de France who jumped the lead over Rogue Angel in second. Highland Lodge is in third. Then on the outside is Double Shuffle, who's racing in fourth. Good to Know is in fifth. St. R is in sixth. They cross the Melling Road.
So the leaders head back down towards the stands, and on this longish run towards the fence in the circuit's time will be the second last. And out in front, the red headgear of Roi de France and the same owner's Rogue Angel in second place. 3 to 4 lengths back to Highland Lodge, who shows in third as they turn back towards the stands. Another Shuffle, Good to Know, comes next from St. R. They're being tracked through towards the outside of the field by Pleasant Company. Blaklion Rouge isn't too far away, with also towards the outside Perfect Candidate. More of that in midfield with Sean Two Flyer. Gasline Boy comes next just ahead of Cause of Causes. Then the green cap of Wounded Warrior just worse than midfield with Le Vatican as they reach the first of the line of 4 fences up the home straight this time. Amongst those still going at the back, just a par, and right towards the rear, Stellar Notion, I think it is, who's pulled up towards the rear of the field. So racing towards the fence in the circuit's time will be the last, and still out in front it's Roi de France who shows the way from Rogue Angel. Bad mistake by Dr. Harper at the back of the field, whose rider did very well to retain the partnership, but he lost an iron in the process. So out in front it is Rogue Angel on the inside of Roi de France as they head towards the chair. Racing in third place is Highland Lodge as they rise at the chair. Good to Know takes it in fourth place. All of the leaders have got over the chair. We lose back in the field. Measure of My Dreams was the one that went at the chair. So leading towards the water jump, out in front it's still Roi de France from Rogue Angel. In third place, Good to Know. Highland Lodge took it in fourth place with another Shuffle. Then behind these towards the inside, Pleasant Company of Blaklion Rouge will turn away in seventh. St. R and Blaklion the next two from Perfect Candidate. The Last Samurai comes next as they make the turn. Roi de France has been carried out by a loose horse on the bend. Roi de France carried out by the loose horse, and he is out of the contest as well. 2/3, so he's still going. He is still going, Roi de France. He was carried out by the loose horse, but he is still going towards the outside as they make their way down on the leading fences towards Beechers for this second time. Roi de France out there, still there from Rogue Angel. Between the pair, Good to Know, Blaklion Rouge. Then towards the outside comes Double Shuffle. The cheek pieces towards the outside of Making Ground, Perfect Candidate, as Roi de France led them over that. Midfield as they took that obstacle, still for Pleasant Company as they head on towards the next.
Roi de France had to use a lot of petrol, having virtually been carried out by that loose horse on the turn by the start, but he's right there, but he blunders, he gets rather low at the next, right on the inside Rogue Angel. Good to Know's racing in third position, and then Blaklion Rouge. Blaklion is creeping closer, then St. R on the inside, Pleasant Company, then on the outside is Double Shuffle. Gasline Boy has now jumped into contention. Bishop's Road hit that fence, so Foylan's Boy was also slow over that. There's now reminders for Perfect Candidate towards the outside as Rogue Angel on the inside just has the lead over the next.
And still Roi de France is with him. Good to Know with the blue blinkers on is just in behind those from St. R. Blaklion Rouge, Double Shuffle, Perfect Candidate, Highland Lodge with them. 10 on Ivanhoe Phelan's Boy behind those from Gasline Boy, and then more of that and Perfect Company as they jump over this next plain fence. The Last Samurai behind this from Cause of Causes, and then comes Le Mercury as they head down now to Beechers Brook for the second time. Blue cap. It is Roi de France on the outside of Rogue Angel, the two in the same jacket. Blaklion in the red colours just in behind them with Blaklion Rouge. Uccello Conti makes a very bad error. The rider, will he, won't he? He's gone. Uccello Conti, the unseated rider at Beechers Brook, as already they come to Foynaven. Rogue Angel, he's having a wonderful time out in front. He's been up there most of the way so far. Continues to have the lead as he comes to the second canal turn to Roi Wide Franc. Blaklion, the red jacket behind those. From Good to Know. Pleasant Company getting a lot closer. Blaklion, Rouge, Saint-Dar. More of that in behind those. And they're followed by Gasline Boy and Lord Windermere as they take the canal from Perfect Candidate and Highland Lodge. And then more of that. No Feelings Boy. The tail enders at the moment. Chantouflard, Hublon des Aubes, but they're jumping Valentines.
And that Valentine's, a mistake there by Pleasant Company, who pecked very badly. There's also a bad mistake by the drifting back in the field at Wounded Warrior. So they go now towards the next, and this will be the 5th from home. And Blaklion moves upon the outside of Rogue Angel. These are the first two. Over in third was Saint R, with Cause of Causes creeping into contention. Wide Franc is still there, pitching on the outside, being followed by Pleasant Company and also Blaklion Rouge as they go over that open ditch, the last open ditch of the race. Chantouflard has been pulled up before the 4th from home, and also out of the race Perfect Candidate as they now race on towards the 3rd from home in the National. Blaklion has a lead, and it's opened up now to 3 lengths, and he's going clear as they go towards the Melling Road. It is Blaklion to Rogue Angel in second. The Blaklion Rouge is making ground on the inside into 3rd. Then Wide Franc and Cause of Causes as they cross the Melling Road with 2 to go in the National.
And Blaklion has the lead by about 3 or 4 lengths from in second Rogue Angel as they make this turn back towards the second last. One for Arthur is making significant progress in that leading group with Blaklion Rouge, then Cause of Causes, Wonderful Charm for Katie Walsh as well. Then behind these Pleasant Company, St R turns at about 8th or 9th from Lord Windermere, and then Regal Encore, but down towards the second last in the National. It's Blaklion who leads by about 3 lengths, Cause of Causes, and 1 for Arthur, who's crept into the race and now jumps onto the back of the leader Blaklion as they head down towards the last. 1 for Arthur for Scotland, Blaklion, Cause of Causes and Wonderful Charm on the inside. They are 4 deep heading to the last, and it's 1 for Arthur who accelerates and moves to the lead from Cause of Causes as they head up this long run in. 1 for Arthur is out in front, Cause of Causes in second place for Jamie Codd. Blaklion now back in third as they head towards the elbow in the National. It's 1 for Arthur, out in front for Derek Fox and Lucinda Russell are beginning to pull 3 lengths clear from Cause of Causes. Back in third is Blaklion. Saint-Dar is running on late in the day, but it's 1 for Arthur who crept into the race for the first circuit and a half and is keeping up the gallop towards the line, and Scottish flags are flying high. 1 for Arthur won it. 1 for Arthur won the National from Cause of Causes. Saint-Dar, Blaklion, Wonderful Charm, Blaklion Rouge, Lord Windermere, Regal Encore. There are a lot of finishers. Pleasant Company, Hublon des Aubes, Ballinaberg is next. Head of Le Mercury's got round, so's Good to Know, Just a Parle, Vatican, the last Samurai, the last ones across the line include actually Wonderful Charm towards the outside, who's finished Gasline Boy. It was who came home in 5th place rather than Wonderful Charm. A Gasline Boy in 5th place. Le Vatican's been dismounted, and just to repeat that they will be dismounting some of these horses as they come back in. Just to remind, they will be dismounting some of these horses they come back in. But it's a great day for Scotland. 1 for Arthur it is, who has won the National, for Derek Fox and Lucinda Russell, only the 2nd Scottish winner of all time.
Rubstick was the first in 1979. Peter Scudamore never won the race as a jockey. He's heavily involved with this. And what a story, as we watched the race from 2 hours when he went to the back of Blaklion. But what a ride from Derek Fox, AP.
Yeah, great ride. This horse stayed really well, and he jumped pretty well on the whole. But it was a fantastic race to watch. Blaklion got in a great rhythm. Noel Philly gave him a great ride. And you can see here going to the last, you can just see him coming across, him and Cause of Cause looked like they were going to fight out the finish. Cause of Cause has won a 4-miler at Cheltenham. You always knew he was going to stay. It was a brilliant race to watch. And for Derek Fox, this is a life-changing moment.
Let's find out more on that. He nearly missed the race, Luke Harvey.
Absolutely extraordinary scenes down here. Ruby Walsh just congratulated her. Just talk us through that.
It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. I was worried about him having the early pace to get me through the first mile, keep me close up contention, but he just jumped so well, even though I was a long way back. I didn't have to use his galloping to get there. Just never missed the fence, within reason. And
how brave was he?
He was unbelievable. He just took me everywhere. He started took a gulp at the canal turn and thought, here's when we would take it. I was just thinking, geez, I hope he's energy to get him home. But for finish up, I seen Ruby Walsh in front of me after I jumped the 3rd last, and he was still sitting. I said, he's obviously the best so what would he do? And
Derek, you've just returned from this.
I was just simply sitting up a bit longer,
You've just returned from injury yourself. This is a fairy tale.
Yeah, unbelievable. I was so lucky to get back. I mustn't forget to thank the Jackbury House, because I think only if I was down there I never would have got back in time. Certainly wouldn't be as fit as I am. And no, it's unbelievable.
Look, we all dream. Every jockey, when you start off, you want to win one race, and it is the Grand National, and you've done it.
Yeah, as I say, not everyone can be champion jockey, because it's you need an awful lot of support behind you, and it's a very tricky thing. But I think the Grand National's a race for every lad like myself that's riding away, right, steady away, just to give them their chance in the big day against the big boys. And it's more of, I suppose, in a way it's unfair, but in another way it is fair,
Derek, you're a top man. Really, really well done. Derek Fox and the winning rider.
The feeling that must be for Derek Fox, walking in because of the procedure we told you about earlier. All 40 dismounted, as Eva O'Donoghue, our vet, explained. All 40 dismounted after the line to be cooled down here in the cooling down area. Look at the fans in the background. Water all over these heroes. And one for Arthur. What a story as we look at the jockey cam on Noel Feely, who had some spin on Blaklion for a long way, AP. Looked like he might win it.
Yeah, great shots these are. As Nick Fitzgerald said, he thought he might lack a little bit of scope, but he jumped brilliant all the way. Blaklion, he got a great ride from Noel. This is wonderful to see. You can just see the winner, one for Arthur, going across, cause there at the last. But fantastic for Derek Fox and for Lucinda Russell, and as you said, for the two golf widows. They'll have plenty of friends tonight to celebrate with, that's for sure.
They are going to be the story from this, as we see Derek Fox punching the air. The golf widows, the owners, Belinda McClue and Deborah Thompson. Congratulations, you have won the Grand National. On the left there, Lucinda Russell. Bruff Scott has joined us. Scotland, Bruff, have won the Grand National again.
It's a long time since Rubstick, but they've been so strong on this horse. And again, the National is owned by the whole of Britain and the whole of the world, and Scotland could rule the world, which is very strong stuff the north of the border, I can tell you tonight.
That's what's brilliant about jump racing now. You have two golf widows owning a Grand National winner. I'm not sure how much they paid for this horse, but it just shows you that dreams do come true when you own a horse. You think, am I ever going to own a horse that wins a race? Never mind the Grand National. I mean, it's amazing. And for Lucinda Russell, as I said, wonderful for the team.
And Bruff, what I love about this with the golf widows, that dream is alive for everybody. Anybody who wants to take ownership of a racehorse can do it. The husbands, who obviously love their golf, made a very good decision.
If you get involved with the Grand National, because it's a handicap for everybody, it means that you don't have to be the best horse in the race, you have to be the best handicap, and you have to be the toughest, and that's what he's done today. And
really good news, the racecourse have just confirmed all 40 horses are back safe and sound. Wonderful. As one for Arthur gets cooled down, Derek Fox will walk in. This must be a strange feeling, really, AP. You walked in on Don't Push It to a big reception. He's walking in with his saddle.
It is a strange feeling, but he won't care. He can suck it all in and enjoy the adulation that he deserves, because this is the biggest horse race that he'll ever win. And it's a day he's never going to forget.
And in March, AP, it sounded like he was out for a long time. A really bad arm injury. It was very late on. He was going to run in the race. And what a moment for Peter Scudamore, whose father won the race. Peter never did as a jockey, and we saw him speaking with Hugh McIlvenney, and Bruff, this will mean the world to him.
It will. He's very emotional about Aintree, and of course he was in two minds, because View en Rouge with his son Tom on looked like that was going to win for a while, and then that faded. The great thing was stamina. That's what the Scottish horse had. He really stayed, and he was too strong.
And you have to be brave as a jump jockey. And it's great to see that the owners that were never in doubt to stick with Derek Fox. You can see the joy in his face. Well done. It's fantastic. You can see, it's great for the owners to stick with him as well. He did win the Classic Chase on Warwick, and rightly so. But when a jockey hasn't ridden that much coming into a race like the Grand National, there may have been a little doubts, but the jockeys certainly didn't show them there.
Looking forward to getting in amongst it, actually, and speaking to the golf widows who've won the Grand National. And Derek Fox, patched up by Jack Berryhouse, and gets fit and wins the Grand National. And these are iconic shots of this great race. And it was a great race, Bruff, and brilliant that all the horses are back safe and sound.
It is. Well, let's hear about the jockeys too, because one or two of them got some smacks. I don't know. They seem to be.
We'll get news as soon as we can.
One or two of them was. It didn't look too many screens, but they did get a few smacks.
I was just thinking, Bruff, there might not be many people watching the replay tonight, but we'll definitely have one viewer on Derek Fox, that's for sure. Maybe the two golf widows and Lucinda Russell as well,
who are in this mix at the moment, and we'll speak to them as soon as we can.